big news with my movie, The Case for Bitcoin. Many of you know in early or mid 2023, actually, May, June, July of 2023, so roughly 10 months ago from the time of recording or so, I made the announcement of my movie project, The Case for Bitcoin, a feature-length film about Bitcoin basics broken down in a visual and immersive experience for people, in particular newbies, new coiners, and Bitcoin traders, hopefully to encourage them to view Bitcoin in a longer time frame. The movie has been going very well. As you know, in my former updates, the film was finished production. It did finish production in August of last year, August of 2023, finished production. And in the following months since, it has been a very long, very long grind getting the movie done. I did raise funds for the movie, many of which you remember. Most of my early subscribers, many of you, I mean, the channel's grown so much in the last 6 months, 8 months or so. Many of you may not remember, but a lot of my earlier fans, hi everyone, you probably remember back when I was talking about fundraising for the movie all the time. Unfortunately, we did not reach the fundraising goal. The fundraising goal was $20,000. Unfortunately, we didn't get quite there. We did get over halfway. We did get well over halfway, actually, which was very exciting, but we didn't reach it. So unfortunately, that means that I've had to pick up a lot of the work on my own, as well as many people as part of the team that I've assembled are having to do it. Since I can't pay them as much, it's taking longer than what I hoped. My hope was that the film would be done early 2024. Unfortunately, the film is not quite done yet, but the film is getting very close. And actually, I'm here in beautiful El Salvador at a wonderful sunset here at the Having Party in El Salvador. Big shout out to these guys. Thanks so much if you're watching this. Thanks so much for hosting this event. They're screening a 10-minute segment of my film. They're screening the first 8 minutes of the film, along with a couple minutes down later on in the film, a different scene. But I'm very grateful that The Case for Bitcoin is having a showing here at the Having Party in El Salvador. It's a huge honor to me to wrap up this first Bitcoin epoch, this first Bitcoin cycle, and talking about Bitcoin online publicly. It's nice to have this little culmination at the Having, to have a segment of the film shown. So I'm very grateful for that. Also, a week ago from filming this, I was in Sydney, Australia, and they showed a 30-minute segment of the film to the people there. It was a wonderful time. People seemed to really like it afterwards. It meant a lot to me that all this work that has gone in, people are seeming to really enjoy it. So what's the hope from here? What's the process from here? Well, it has screened in Sydney, Australia. It is also, or the segment has screened in Sydney, Australia. Another segment is also screening here in El Salvador, the Bitcoin capital of the world. El Zante Beach is just down the street, or just down the beach from here a little bit. It's also going to be screening in Poland later this month at the Bitcoin Film Fest. Thank you so much to the Film Fest guys for showing a portion of the film there, getting some people exposure to what I'm working on, and seeing what's coming down the line there. And also, back in North America, it is going to be screening at the Canadian Bitcoin Conference in Montreal in May. So if you want to see the film, and that's not a segment, that's the whole film, or at least the most of the film that we could show with the time allowed, because the film is significantly longer than a typical feature-length film. So if you want to see the film, you should really consider going to the Canadian Bitcoin Conference in Montreal. It's this May, mid-May 2024. If you need an excuse, you missed a Having Party, consider going to the Canadian Bitcoin Conference. The Case for Bitcoin is going to be screening there. And beyond that, once the film is done screening at Bitcoin conferences, which is probably going to go much of 2024, or at least the first half of 2024, then it will be posted online for free, as promised. The film will be posted both in segments as well as the entire feature film online for free. So if you supported that, you will be able to see that. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for supporting me. Not just with the film, whether it's monetary donations and sats or dollars, or if it's just moral support and liking the videos and sharing the videos, or just subscribing and watching them, whatever the case, it means a lot to me. This is definitely not cheap. I mean, my camera guy right here, all the camera guys I've had in all the places I've gone, being able to fly people out, buy people lodgings, go to these conferences, it's definitely not cheap, let alone a feature film. It's a lot of money, and it's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy, but I am very grateful for the sponsors of my videos. I'm very grateful for the donations people make. And also, as an additional little announcement and sharing, The Case for Bitcoin is not the only feature film I've been working on. Actually, there are multiple other feature films I've been working on as well. One of them is in regards to Guatemala and Bitcoin adoption in Guatemala, as well as energy abundance and as a whole in Guatemala, and the importance Bitcoin plays as a role with energy abundance in general. So that's also a film that's coming out. It will be later on this year in 2024. And additionally, I'm working on an additional feature film called The Rise and Fall of Political Currency. That film features David St. Onge and Jeff Booth, Peter Dunworth, and likely Larry Lepard as well. We're trying to get that timing to work, but whatever the case, Jeff Booth, Peter Dunworth, and David St. Onge as well, hosted by myself for that movie. That movie is an even bigger vision and project than The Case for Bitcoin, but whatever the case, there are still daily videos coming, more than daily videos coming, probably a lot of content coming, because as Bitcoin price and number go up, it's only going to become more and more important that we have Bitcoin education out there and help people understand the difference between political currency, crypto tokens, and actual self-sovereign Bitcoin as, you know, the ultimate monetary singularity. So the content is ramping up. It is coming. Things take a very long time. I appreciate all of you for your support. Appreciate your support for The Case for Bitcoin. If you do want to support the film, The Case for Bitcoin, or the future films that are coming along, whether the videos or, if you just want to support in general, there's a Lightning address somewhere in the video. If you would consider donating, it would mean the world to me. It is greatly appreciated. Obviously, whenever something comes under budget or I don't have a sponsor for a project or a video, obviously it's got to come out of someone's pocket, and that pocket is typically mine. So if you do donate, it is greatly appreciated. It does go to paying me or other Bitcoiners that are helping on these projects, including, whether it's bringing cameramen on awesome trips to El Salvador or other people assisting in the process. Your funds are going to support Bitcoiners, and they are going to support Bitcoin-focused and Bitcoin-only projects. So your support, whether it's financial on the Lightning or Bitcoin donation addresses in the video, whether it's that tangible, that's greatly appreciated. But also, if it's intangible support, that's greatly appreciated as well. So whether you're talking about online or you're showing other people these videos, you're going to have a lot of new people come to Bitcoin. A lot of your family, friends are going to start reaching out to you now that they think that you're a genius again, right? That Bitcoin number is going up. If you want to direct them to a channel, to someone that's going to be telling them about solid Bitcoin-only, Bitcoin-focused information, if you want to provide that intangible value to the channel, of showing people the videos on the channel or the ones that spoke to you, that's greatly appreciated. And whatever the case, just thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate the messages these videos have, and I really think you're going to like what's coming with The Case for Bitcoin and the feature films coming after that too. So thank you very much for your time. Please consider donating on the links everywhere in the video if this has meant something to you. And yeah, really appreciate it. Really looking forward to continuing this exponential curve. Less in common with the future than the past, right? The next years are going to be really, really exciting. So thank you.